G'day everybody and welcome back to a brand new video here on the YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking back at one of the videos that I posted earlier this year, being my 2024 AFL ladder predictions. Let's see which predictions I got correct and which ones I got incorrect. And now if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, could you please show me that by liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you're new, and of course hitting that notification bell so if you notify when new videos coming out. And there's a lot more off-season content on the way, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Enough wasting your time, let's get straight into it.
In number 18, I've got North Melbourne.
I don't mind that. 18th North Melbourne, I don't mind that. They finished 17th, but nobody really had them finishing high this year. Most people probably did have them in the bottom 4 this year, so 18th isn't too big. I was only one spot away though, so I will take that.
Even though they do have Zach Fisher and a few good drafties, I don't actually see this club improving too much. I don't see them, the drafties and Zach Fisher, having too much of an impact on this club.
Really? Don't want to mention Sheasel, don't want to mention Simpkin, don't want to mention Davies Uniac, any good players, just Zach Fisher and the other players, really.
In 17th place, I've got the Essendon Bombers.
Oh, that's not good at all. That's not good at all. They finished 11th this year, I believe, and 17th, 6 spots away. So far, this is the worst call I've had. It could be worse, considering Essendon were nearly a side that finished in the top 4, and they were on track to up until like halfway through the season. So this could have been much, much worse. This could have been much, much worse.
In 16th position, could be kind of a shock for you guys, but it's the Richmond Tigers.
Oh, that's actually good. That's actually good. No, I'm actually a genius on that one. Although Richmond finished 18th and I had them in 16th, I'm actually sort of spot on about that. I had them dropping, not as low as I thought they would. 2 spots away. Not many people had them dropping to bottom 4 though, so I'm actually sort of happy that I got that one.
You know, Dustin Martin isn't really as good as he used to be.
He's still a good player though, Dusty. Well, he was a good player before he retired this year. He was a good player this year, but yeah, definitely not when you're comparing him to him like in 2019 or something.
In 15th spot, rising up a little bit since last year, is the West Coast Eagles.
Oh, 1 spot off. 1 spot off. They finished 16th, having them 15th. I had them rising a little bit. A lot of people did have them staying at 18th, and I thought, you know what, they're going to rise a little bit this year. I nearly had it too. I nearly had it. They finished 16th this year. I nearly had it.
This club can rise up heaps this year now that they have Harley Reid, who played an absolutely sensational game against Freo in the preseason match.
But that's the thing though. Preseason matches mean nothing. I probably didn't realise at the time that preseason matches actually mean nothing, because a lot of the time it's just the VFL, it's just VFL versus VFL. Like genuinely, obviously Harley Reid and the Eagles versus Fremantle, but I can guarantee you this Fremantle side had maybe 12 actual AFL players and then 10 other players were people that played reserves all year.
Coming in at 14th on the ladder, I've got the Hawthorn Hawks.
Oh, that's bad. That one's really bad. 7 spots away I was. They finished 7th, they made finals this year, Hawthorn. I did have them rising though. That's something I can say I had. I had them rising. Some people probably had them dropping a little, but I had them rising. Didn't have them rising as much as they did. There's always one team that shocks everyone and makes the 8, and clearly Hawthorn wasn't the team that I thought.
The reason I think the Hawks can improve a lot more this year is because now that they have Gold Coast's best forward, Mabior Chol.
Would we say Chol was their best forward though? Who would have been Gold Coast's best forward? Ben King, maybe? Yeah, probably gotta say Ben King was their best forward. But Chol, I don't think was the difference at all.
In 13th spot, still kind of around the same skill level as they were last year, I've got the Freo Dockers. Not
too bad. Not too bad. They finished 10th this year. Nearly made finals, so this call could have been a lot worse than it is. 3 spots away I was, so not too bad. Let's hear the reasonings why.
Quite frankly, I don't really see them losing Lachie Schultz being too big of a deal over at the club.
Yeah, I was sort of correct about that. Lachie Schultz leaving them wasn't too big of a deal. Obviously, he was a great forward for them back in 2023, but yeah, losing them this year wasn't too big of a deal for them, it seemed.
In 12th spot, falling down heaps from their previous year, is St Kilda Saints.
Oh my god, I'm a genius! I'm an actual genius. At the start of the year, I had St Kilda finishing 12th, and at the end of the year, they finished in 12th on the ladder. I'm a genius.
A few people have this club rising up a lot this year, and a few people have this club falling.
Yeah, I was right about that. Like, it was either a hit or miss. Like, they either rose or they dropped. Like, they weren't staying around the same area.
Quite frankly, I don't actually see how they happened to make finals last year.
Well, they made finals last year off just being a good side. There's not much more to it. They just were a good side last year, and not as good this year.
In 11th spot, we've got the Gold Coast Suns.
Oh, 2 spots away. I was pretty close for that one. I had them rising, but I had them rising a little bit higher than they did this year.
Now they have Damien Hardwick as the coach.
Yeah, Demar made a massive impact on them. Won a lot more games for them, but the big problem was the fact that they couldn't win any away games this year. Well, they did win a few. Obviously, the Mac Andrew goal off the siren comes to my mind straight away.
They have lost Mabior Chol now, which...
But Chol wasn't the difference, though. Like, I keep bringing up Mabior Chol if he was the difference. Yes, he was a good player. He was a good player for the Suns. He is a good player now, but realistically, one player is not going to make a massive difference. But I suppose it is a loss for their team.
In 10th spot, I have them moving up 2 places this year is the Geelong Cats.
That's bad. That's bad. 2 places. Did they finish 12th in 2023? I thought they finished roughly 9th, 10th. I didn't realise they finished 12th. That's what you call a massive premiership hangover. But yeah, they bounced back heaps this year, finished top 4, finished 3rd, made it to a prelim, but unfortunately lost by 10.
Number 9 on the ladder. This club's kind of hard to predict, which is why I've just decided to chuck them into the exact same spot that they were last year, and that's the Western Bulldogs.
Not horrible. They finished 6th this year, made finals. Realistically, no team's going to finish in the exact same spot as they did last year. Well, most of the time they're not going to, unless it's like a bottom 4 side.
But quite frankly, I just don't see them falling off now, like considering that they've got Marcus Montempelli, who is a potential Brownlow contender.
That aged well, didn't it?
In 8th spot, I have the Melbourne Demons.
That's a bad call. That's a bad call by me. Considering they were this close to finishing in the bottom 4 and I had them making finals this year is quite shocking.
I actually originally had this club, improving heaps this year. Potentially even making top 3.
Oh, top 3. Imagine if I had them 3rd. Imagine if I had the Demons 3rd. I made a good call by putting them at 8th. It could have been so much worse. It could have been so much worse.
Brodie Grundy has gone to Sydney.
That's right. Grundy moved. I forgot Grundy played for Melbourne at one point too. What is wrong with that Sydney logo? Something's wrong with that logo, but I can't figure out what.
Coming in at number 7, I have with Adelaide Crows.
Oh. That's where Hawthorn finished this year. Look, I knew that there was at least one team every year that shocks everyone and makes finals. I had it being the Crows this year, ended up being Hawthorn. I had Hawthorn in 14th and Adelaide in bloody 7th. That is bad. That is really bad by me.
A lot of their players are getting older now, and they're kind of getting better as they get older.
That is the case with some of their players, but you see someone like Tex Walker, in 2023 he came second to Coleman, and then this year he only kicks like 20 plus goals, like a little under 30 I think.
In number 6, potentially a really big call is the Sydney Swans.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. They finished first. I had them in the top 8, I had them rising. So that's sort of good by me. But I can guarantee you my reasoning behind it's not very good. I guarantee you I mentioned Grundy and Taylor Adams.
I have them this high up for one.
Again with the logo. What is wrong with that logo? There's something wrong with it. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something wrong with it. It's actually annoying me. What's wrong with it?
Reason, the fact that they've got Brodie Grundy, who had a
Grundy, I told you.
Huge impact over at the Melbourne Demons.
He didn't have a huge impact though. That's a thing, but he did play a lot better at the Swans this year than he did at Melbourne.
And they've also got Taylor Adams.
I knew it. I knew I'd mention him. I knew I had to mention him, but yeah, obviously they made the grand final this year and Taylor Adams wasn't even given a spot in the finals because they quite frankly just didn't think he was a good player.
Number 5, shouldn't really be too big of a shock for you guys, is Port Adelaide.
Ooh, decent call. They finished second. You'd probably take that, but I wish I got that one spot on because I knew they'd be a good side this year, but I didn't want to risk it and put them up high.
Quite frankly, I kind of feel as if their best 22 is slightly better than it was last year.
I'd probably agree on that. I'd probably agree that their side's a lot better than last year, so. Although they didn't end up making the granny this year, but they finished second on the ladder and I had them in 5th, so I'll take that one.
Coming in at number 4, we have the GWS Giants.
Oh, my genius on that one too. I'm a genius. That's 2 I've got incorrect. I went into this thinking I was going to get 0 correct and I got 2 correct. I had St Kilda in 12th and GWS in 4th.
In 3rd on the ladder, I have the Brisbane Lions. And
oh my God, I'm so close. I was so close. I had them top 4. They finished 5th.
Yes, in my early ladder predictions, I actually did have this club, winning the premiership.
Did I actually? In my early ladder predictions, did I actually say that they're winning the premiership? I might have to go back and watch that video after I finish recording this, because I actually want to see myself say that.
In second place is the Collingwood Magpies.
Oh, of course I did. What? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Oh, I'm actually frustrated at myself with that. You can't say I'm not a confident supporter.
I don't see this being one of the clubs that happen to have a premiership hangover.
Oh, the irony. The irony.
But I just don't see us being able to go back-to-back this year.
The injuries killed us. I don't think we were ever playing good football this year. I don't think we were ever going to finish high this year, but I think our injuries were our main problem this year.
And first on the ladder, the 2024 premiers will be Carlton.
Oh, it's even worse. That's even worse. I don't think it's worse, actually. I was 7 off with both of them. They finished 8th this year.
So we're seeing players like Charlie Curnow and Patrick Cripps, you know, improve heaps over the...
Yeah, I was spot on about that. They have had good years. Charlie Curnow, if he didn't get injured late in the season, he probably would have won the Coleman again this year, 3 years in a row. Patrick Cripps won the Brownlow this year, 45 votes, most votes ever. So yeah, good on him. Both had outstanding years this year. And I'm sure they'll do even better next year.
And I think they can improve to the point where they can go all the way this season.
Well, I didn't do very well on that, did I? I actually want to see the comments on this. What are the comments like? Oh, here we go. Essendon 17th is beyond delusional. Bombers second last, say less, you've made my day. And then bloody Tommy for the win says, your videos are great. Cheers for that, mate. And I suppose we will wrap up the video here. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, could you please show me that by liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you're new, and of course, the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos coming out. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you want me to react to my medal predictions that I posted earlier this year. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.